everybody, welcome back. So in this video did you guys hear the story time that went viral about the friend who got beat for trying to defend another friend? Take a look.
And whenever a guy asks for your social media, give him your Snap, give him your Instagram. I don't care that he looks like an ogre. I had just finished at the club with my friends and we decided to go for a McDonald's, and we literally just sat on some steps. Bear in mind we are wearing heels and quite small dresses. Obviously we're all a little bit drunk because we've just come from the club, so logic isn't really kicking in. A man decides to come up to us and says, "Oh, you girls look beautiful." We say thank you. Then he asks for my Instagram and I politely declined. "Oh no, thank you, I'm not interested." The man did not move. He asked again. I said, "I'm literally not interested. Like, no, you can't have my social media." Just decided that he wasn't gonna move until I gave him my Instagram, and he was making us all feel super uncomfortable. Probably should have just given in. If I've said no once, I'm not gonna change my mind. Obviously, men don't understand that. So my friend stood up and she said, "Please, can you move away?" She said no. He said, "No, I'm not moving until she gives me her socials." My friend again said, "Move away." She said no, "Leave us alone." This man then proceeded to punch her and she literally fell down the stairs, but he wasn't done. He ran down the stairs and continued to punch her, pull her hair. Obviously this is a 5'4" girl against like a 6'1" man. He was so into the whole punching thing that his trousers literally fell down. Like, we could see this man's whole bum while he's got her pinned on the ground, literally repeatedly punching her in the face. We obviously couldn't stop it because we are also just gonna get beaten up. So strangers were jumping out of their car and trying to separate them, and this man just ended up running off. A massive group of men like asked us what happened and tried to find him. Like, they all went after him, but genuinely no one could find him. And obviously with the London Underground, you can hop into any station and disappear like that. And someone who was watching it all happen called the police and they asked for a statement from us and like a description of him. Obviously they never found him and nothing was done about it. This girl literally having a patch of hair missing from her head and bruises all over her. And I can't help but think it was my fault because I chose to say no to a man, which is crazy. The only way to prevent yourself from this happening and staying safe is honestly just let them have it. Because at the end of the day, as soon as they add you, you can literally block them straight away. I would say avoid giving out phone numbers just because they can still carry on calling you on no caller ID even if you've blocked them. I don't care how ugly they are because this is actually a safety issue. No one should ever experience that in their lifetime.
So yeah, we need to avoid becoming and defending people who don't care about us. Okay, before you give anybody the title of friend, please be very sure that they have your back as much as you have their back. Now, a few months ago, a young lady lost her life in the streets of London to something very similar. She was trying to make excuses about they being scared of the guy, they don't want it to get beat, but it was all of you. She said there were 4 of them. There was all of you standing there just watching this girl. She could have easily been unalived, being beaten by this man, and you didn't do anything to defend her.
So everyone is outraged at this Megan girl because of what happened with her friend and the friend getting beat up by the guy that was trying to move to her and all this year. But my thing is, like, I don't understand why a lot of people are acting so shocked. Like, a lot of women have always been about this. A lot of women have always been silent in the oppression of other women as long as they were the ones that were put on the pedestal. A lot of women have always been okay with dating men who talk down about other women that they know or other type of women as long as they were made to feel like they were special. A lot of women have always been about that. And sometimes that's how some women get their self-esteem over the fact that they know that men will treat certain type of women a certain type of way, but as long as they treat them nicely. So I don't know why we're acting shocked because this plays out every day in real life. Like, it might not always result in the violence that was described in the video, but this sort of mindset has always been about women. A lot of women have always thought like this. A lot of women have always behaved like this. Do you understand? Like, so I'm not getting it.
Already, this girl got her ass beat by some guy while trying to protect her friends, and her friends just stood there and watched. But now, while she's entered her healing era, you know what I mean, trying to patch up her wounds, she gets to scroll through her phone on TikTok and see that one of the girls, the main girl that she was protecting, just made the most viral video off of her assault. Like, tell me that's not overkill. You are protecting your friend from a man who just is constantly bothering her for her social media. And that man decides to take out all of his anger for the last however many years he's been alive on you, right? And the friend that you were protecting is standing there watching you fall down a flight of stairs or get your ass beat by this guy. And strangers have to jump in. And at the end of all of this, when you go into your healing, that friend takes your assault and posts it online to make a 5 million plus viewed video. I am flabbergasted. That girl has a lot of apologies to give, but I really just wanted to break down my POV because this is malicious. Like, this is weird behavior.
So let me get this straight. This girl hopped on Beyonce's internet, told a story about how this guy was beating up her friend for defending her, and the other 3 girls, including her, watched her get beat up. Then had the audacity to say, well, moral of the story is, if a guy asks for your Instagram or your social media, just give it to him. The moral that I took from that story is that you're fake. And she's a prime example of everybody is not your friend. Everybody does not have your best interests at heart. Everybody does not care about your safety. So you should be careful on who you call your friend.
I don't ever want to get on this app and see you bitching about how it's weird that a lot of us females aren't girls. How the fuck I be a girl when you got bitches on the internet really running their mouth about how their friend that really wasn't their friend stuck up for them and got beat by a grown-ass man. A grown-ass man while they all stood there and watched. And then proceeded to beat her face and tell the story. Baby, let me tell you something. That face wasn't going to be the only thing that got beat the fan. You bitch have no sense of girl code. And it's sick. Because not only did I get an ass whooping because of you, you embarrassed me on social media. And then as you're catching heat, you get back on the media and tell everybody and their mama that you was never really my friend. I hope all you bitches there and watch y'all friend get beat the hell up by that grown ass man. Scope the scenery out every time y'all beat that house. Because I'm telling you right now, once I heal, once my wounds heal, baby, it's up and stuck. All you bitch catching a fade individually. Matter of fact, I'm lining all you up like Joe Clark did them kids on Lean On Me, and I'm whooping ass. Every time you step foot outside your house, I want you to be so paranoid that you think I'm just gonna run up on your ass, come out fucking bushes or some shit. I don't know. I want you to be that scared when you leave your house. You bitches are horrible ass friends. And the fact that you just keep getting on social media showing us that is insane. Because now all of a sudden she wasn't your friend, but this the same friend that literally took an ass whooping for you. And there was multiple of y'all there. I'm not saying that man couldn't have got the best of all of y'all, but you mean to tell me none of you bitches had keys, tasers, and then men that already don't even step in when black women are getting beat up by other men had to jump in and stop that shit from happening. And shout out to the men for doing that, because the fact that it took them to step the in instead of that girl's own friends is crazy to me. Yeah, that girl shit is dead. It ain't no way you thought, yeah, I'm gonna just let her get beat up. We all just gonna sit there and watch. As if that was something to sit there and watch. You kidding me? This is why you really gotta watch and pick and choose who you call your friends, because these bitches are not your friends for real.
She started off by saying that they were friends. That when people said, why didn't you jump in to defend her? All of a sudden, you barely knew the girl. Even if she barely knew you or you barely knew her, she knew enough to stand up to that man for you. So what the f are you talking about? My block heel would have met with his cranium. He would have done a hard reset. I don't know why she's now trying to distance herself from it, to be like, oh, I didn't really know the girl. But y'all was out together. So to me, if you're out with me, you're a part of my group at this point. So if a man is beating on you really unprovoked, especially if you were trying to defend me, I'm cleaning his clock. 2 against 1. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? That shit really pissed me off. Like, she knew you enough to defend you, stranger or not, and you just stood there. Then you have the nerve to come on here and try to make a cute little story on TikTok doing your stupid ass makeup, talking about moral of the story is to always give your social. Moral of the story is to stop being a weak ass bitch. I don't even know if I can fight. I don't know if I can fight. But if I'm going out and I'm wearing heels, I got 2 weapons on me. What?
And even in her response video, she's like, well, I didn't even know her. I met her 2 days ago. Bitch, what? This is why it's so hard to make female friends. Because you don't even know if your homegirls are going to jump in if you're getting beat up. Then to say the moral of the story is not to give your number out. No, the moral of the story is not to give your number out to bitches like you. To you, love.
So the video of the girl talking about her friend being attacked for defending her in her Get Ready With Me, I genuinely thought that was fake. Like, when I first watched it, I was like, she's definitely making this up. But obviously it wasn't. This is why not everyone is your friend. The video itself was bad enough, okay? But then when she jumped back on TikTok to say, I only knew her for 2 days. What? Don't know in what world she thought that would be a good excuse to watch a friend, someone, it doesn't matter who they are in your life, be attacked right in front of you. You'd only known her for 2 days, but those 2 days were enough for her to stand up and defend you, but it wasn't enough for you to stand up and defend her and help her. I have been in a very similar situation as the girl that stood in to defend her friend, and all that it taught me was you should not be willing to take a bullet for anyone and everyone, especially people that are then going to jump on the internet and insinuate that they hadn't known you long enough to defend you. By all means, be a good person and do what you can to be a good person, but do not be willing to take a bullet for anyone and everyone, because those same people will not be willing to take a bullet for you. To add on, let's just not forget the main problem in this situation, which was that man. Men and their egos is becoming a big issue, okay? It's okay to be rejected by a woman. It's fine. Not every woman you talk to or move to is gonna want you. Is gonna want to start a relationship with you and get married and have sex. It's life. What is not okay is attacking a woman. You look mad. You look insane. You have to be insane to attack a woman over rejection, okay? And it shows how insecure you are. Instead of just being like, okay, cool. Not every woman I talk to is gonna want me. That's fine.
There's a lot of crazy men out there. So be very, very careful. I've seen a few videos on TikTok of people being harassed by men in public, asking for their number. Someone was essayed on the train. That girl was unalived for stepping in to defend her friend. It's crazy out there. These men, some of them are just crazy. So be very, very careful out there. But this brought me to another video.
I am so glad that I learned that most of my friends are not going to be everything friends, and here's what I mean by that. An everything friend is the person you can call for literally everything. You want to go out? They got you. You want to stay in? They got you. You're going through the worst heartbreak of your life? They're bringing you groceries, right? Like you need a ride from the airport? They're there for you. All of the things that you could need wrapped up in one person or a few people, that is an everything friend. I'm not saying they're going to be perfect. I'm saying you can rely on them for whatever mood you're in, whatever stage of life you're in. Like they are there for everything. A lot of the friends that we make are going to have categories. You're going out friends. You're going out to dinner friends. You're sitting and watching a movie on the couch friends. You're like, I'm calling when I'm having a really bad day friends. The career advice friends. Like a lot of the friends that you make are going to be categorized, and that is okay. It saves you a lot of heartbreak when you let people show up in your life in the way that they're actually meant to without trying to force them to be everything to you. Everyone doesn't need to be everything, but you deserve good people in your corner.
No, I'm not trying to victim blame or victim shame, but I'm trying to bring something to your awareness. So please bear with me, okay? Because the girl in the makeup, the one that made a story time, she came back to say that she was not the friend like that. Like they were not that close. She thought that she was a great friend to her, and that's why she stepped in to defend her, right? But turns out she wasn't. She was probably the girl that made them look good. She was probably the clubbing or outing friend that makes them look good, because there are girls like that who use other women to make themselves look good, that they don't care for. Okay, so as you're out there, you're becoming friends. Like I said, and I'll always say it again, stop giving those people that title. Vet them. Be sure that the reasons why they want to be your friend are clear and pure. Not because they want to use you, not because you make them look good. it's about time that we start asking questions, okay? As we are all women, like when you start dealing with other women, you need to ask them, like, what am I to you? Okay, because we don't have a problem asking men. Like, you start dating a guy for a few months, you start asking, like, where are we going from here? What am I to you? Sometimes you need to ask these women as well. Ask these women as well, okay? Ask them their intentions about you. Are you just the hanging out friend, the branch friend, the friend that makes them look good, okay? Or the trophy friend? What kind of a friend are you to them? Or the aesthetic friend, the one that looks aesthetically pleasing, you know, she looks good in the photo and so she wants to hang around you because the two of you together is just, do you understand me? It makes them look good. Sometimes it's not just the pretty girl trying to find an ugly friend to make themselves look good, but sometimes it's pretty girls becoming friends with other pretty girls because of aesthetic purposes, okay? So you need to be sure, because it's your life. It's just, you got only one life, okay? You need to be very, very, very sure and certain about the people that you call your friends. But leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. I'll see you again with another video. Bye.